I would become a lesbian before I would have ever dated you. Ever. I would have dated a horse, a whale, a dog before I would have ever dated you, boo. Ever.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Shkrets. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we're about to get into it. I've spoken on Corey Holcomb before. That video didn't get the attention it deserved, but it's one of the most important topics I've ever covered. Corey has spent years saying wild things about women, preying on vulnerable ones, and getting away with it, and somehow, he's still got a platform. But maybe, just maybe, this latest exchange between him and Kendra G will put a real spotlight on what he's been doing for years. Let's get into it. So Corey thought he was doing something when he tried to tear down Kendra G after her Tamron Hall interview. He chopped up her words, edited her statements, and tried to spin the narrative to make her look bad. But what he didn't expect, Kendra was ready with receipts and she put him on blast in the best way possible. Here's what happened. Kendra went on Tamron Hall to discuss modern dating trends. She was asked about future-proofing, a concept where women are looking for men with stable careers and ambition. She answered in the context of the question, not about herself, but about the dating culture in general. Corey took that clip, chopped it up, and tried to frame it as Kendra saying she personally demands a man to buy her wigs, lashes, and fund her lifestyle. But what he conveniently edited out was Kendra agreeing with Tamron Hall's stance that women should provide for themselves.
And I didn't look them up because I want to know how you define
Yes.
them. Future proofing.
Yes.
Kendra.
Oh, you gotta have a job. You have to have an ambition that's gonna go somewhere for sure. I wanna see W-2 forms. I wanna see success records. I wanna meet your mama. I wanna know where you live. Is it in your name? I'm talking from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't wanna make you be already made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic.
But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys.
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know though. Some men.
Guys, I'm speaking.
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's gonna be too expensive. You know, wigs is $2,000, lashes is $300.
Okay,
you know, shoes is $1,000.
Are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I
But you're
doing
not here
me?
for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this. Now, I'm not saying I agree with
wait a minute.
Controversial.
This is getting spicy in here.
But I'm with you, Tamron, because I feel like I got my own money.
Don't back up now.
I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I don't care. It's too funny. I had to say something about it. I want to talk about the sister Kendra G. She's a girl who used to do radio in Chicago that I met on the radio in Chicago. And I think she really flopped when she went on this show with Tamron Hall. And I'm gonna just play the clip first and let people watch. They might see what I'm talking about. So can we play that clip? All right, give it to me.
Just speaking because I heard you say
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's gonna be too expensive. You know, wigs is $2,000, lashes is $300.
Okay,
shoes is $1,000.
are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this. Now,
I just speaking because I heard.
Stop.
That's crazy.
She made a goddamn fool out of herself.
now, if you watch the interview back, you will see that there's a moment when Tamron says, well, why can't, the woman just pay for the wigs herself? I said, I agree with you, Tamron. What I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why? If you. Well, in order for Corey to drive this narrative, he edited that one key part out. I feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why? If you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
That's the problem with folks like Corey. They thrive on manipulating narratives to fit their agenda. Now, let's talk about the real problem. Corey's obsession with controlling women. See, Corey is on record, his own words, not speculation, admitting that he prefers dating women in poverty because they can't afford to leave him. You read that right. He intentionally seeks out struggling women because they're more likely to put up with his mess. Let's hear from the horse's mouth himself.
To know this, you keep mentioning women in poverty. Why? Like, what's your
Well, I'm
admiration?
older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So, I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, they children can get some
Hold up, god damn.
some outlet Jordans. Girls in poverty, because they have a deficiency. Poverty is a deficiency out here in America. I can fix your little deficiency if you do what I want you to do. I think it's an even exchange.
This is what y'all support? A man openly saying he preys on women in disadvantaged positions because they're easier to manipulate? He even added that they don't tell him off because he brings over outlet Jordans for their kids. Like that somehow justifies it. This isn't just misogyny. This is predatory behavior, plain and simple. And if that wasn't enough, Corey also tried to clown Kendra G's looks, saying Tamron Hall is a bad B, while implying Kendra isn't.
Another moment from the Corey Holcomb interview I want to break down. This was the part that had me laughing the most. Now he proceeds to talk about my attraction level, and he says that Tamron Hall is a bad woman, and I agree. Tamron Hall is extremely beautiful, but I, on the other hand, am not as attractive.
I want to tell Kendra G something that she really needs to stop pretending about this as well. Tamron Hall is a bad.
Super bad.
Her problems ain't your problems. Kendra, if a motherfucker wake up arguing with you, you're gonna be like, get your monkey ass out my face. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let's just take a step back. Because here's what's hilarious. Corey Holcomb has been trying to get with Kendra for years. There are receipts, public receipts. He was even on her dating show trying to shoot his shot.
What's up with you?
I'm not available, Corey, but you and I are not a good. This is not the way I would ever date a person like you, Corey.
Why? What you looking for?
No. I'm gonna invite you to my wedding, Corey.
I wouldn't go because I'll be trying to flirt with you when he go to the bathroom.
You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I gotta wait this out again. One of these years, I'm gonna get you.
I'm single for a very long time.
I'll be tricking too.
You do?
I'm a trick. I see the struggle in them. That's what I chase strugglers.
All right, Corey Holcomb is hanging out with us.
I chase strugglers. Why would I chase a girl? Look, you got a job. You see how hard it is for me to get with you?
You got a job.
I've been trying to smash her since I saw her, but it just
Never
Hey, yo.
all them radio girls, when they lose their radio job, I get them.
No, you won't get me ever.
10 years from now,
No, 10 years
you
from now.
belong to me.
Whatever.
Corey Holcomb in the studio, Chicago. We are coming right.
One of these years, I'm gonna get you. So, which one is it, Corey? She's unattractive, or you've been chasing her for years. The insecurity is screaming. But the most pathetic part? Corey admitted he was waiting for Kendra to lose her job so that she'd finally be desperate enough to entertain him. See, her independence disqualifies him. And men like Corey know that only desperation could lead a woman to entertain a degenerate like him. And this is exactly why I will always cheer on women to get their degrees and secure their own bag, so they can shoo men like Corey away like the mongrel dog he is. Kendra proved him wrong. Not only did she not lose her job lost her. She upgraded to a status that makes her a lifetime beyond Corey's scrawny-looking ass reach, and now he's seething through the seams. He is mad, and that's why he's trying so hard to humble her. But here's my question. Why hasn't Corey been canceled yet? He has made disgusting comments about women for years. He's admitted to preying on financially struggling women. He's even spoken about disciplining women in relationships, another way of saying abuse. Yet, somehow, he's still here, running his mouth. And you know what's wild? The internet is quick to cancel people for far less. But a grown man openly bragging about taking advantage of women in poverty? Crickets.
Is this a joke or was this the truth? You holding somebody's head to the window?
I would never hold a girl head to the window unless she had it coming. So are you saying, Mr. Newton, you have never had to physically discipline a woman?
Never.
Oh my God.
Because I'm going to tell you, in my situation,
you can't.
Somebody would have came out and said, Cam has physically abused me.
There's a vetting process that comes when dealing with a woman from this Western world. Sometimes you have to demonstrate. Now, if you got to demonstrate time after time after time, you are right. This is not somebody that you have the power to vet into what you need her to be. If you have to always, we're gonna use the word demonstrate. I think people know what I'm talking about. If you always gotta demonstrate with her, then that's not your girl, man. Leave that alone. But there are women out here who understand, this man treats me good. He treats the kids I came with good. He's a good brother, he does this. But when I push him, he demonstrates. So I'm not gonna do that no more.
So can we please put a microscope to when you say demonstrate? What does that mean?
Discipline.
In what regard?
Physical discipline is something that is the last resort.
No.
It's the last resort. I'm just giving you my point of view.
Okay, I'm gonna give you mine when you.
It's the last resort, but it might be necessary sometime.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your king? Man, that's who you want to be like? That's who you want your daughter to date and marry one day? Ladies, that's the man that you want to date? Baby, I ain't got nothing left. Take this gift, Corey Holcomb, run with it, repurpose it. I know what you're going to say. I ain't never want to be with you. I just was trying to smash. I know. You couldn't do that. Corey, I would become a lesbian before I would have ever dated you. Ever. I would have dated a horse, a whale, a dog before I would have ever dated you, boo. Ever.
The reality is, a lot of people, especially in the comedy and YouTube space, will turn a blind eye to misogyny if they find the person entertaining. But what's entertaining about a grown man bragging about taking advantage of women who have no way out? Let me be clear. If the internet can cancel people over tweets from 10 years ago, Corey should have been gone yesterday. Final thoughts. Corey Holcomb has been running unchecked for too long, and while he thinks he's untouchable, the tides are turning. Kendra G stood her ground and exposed him in a way that can't be ignored. So, what do y'all think? Why hasn't Corey faced real consequences yet? Will this finally be what takes him down? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button if you like my vibe. Until the next video, Bye, guys.